Well, I just rolled the truck, so there we go. That's great. Yeah, good one, Senior.
Junior, Senior.
G'day YouTubers, it's Senior here from Junior Senior Gaming, and today we are having a look at the GMC C4500 6x6 for SpinTires, and this is by Nikos Alonso. I think that's how you say that. And well, it was originally done by him. It was actually done by someone else put in this game, but the model is what we really have to give credit for, because that's the part that takes, you know, it's the hardest thing to do. So look, at first glance the model looks really good. I like it a lot. But the big thing that I really hate about SpinTires is when people chuck in this massive big box shadow. It looks so disgusting. If you look next to the actual GMC truck, there's the proper in-game shadow, and that's how it should look. I don't know why people keep putting in this big box. It just looks terrible. But as you can see, the model itself looks pretty good. It looks pretty damn good. So look, let's have a look at some of the options that you can get with this and see, and see what we can actually do. So, if I get the right, I've got the wrong thing going on here. That's I got multiple mice on top of my desktop. That's why I have problems. So look, let's get this. Click on this here, and let's add some canisters in there. So that's 60 litres of fuel there. So if we throw some more in, and that is again another 60, which makes it 120. And if we throw in that, it is fuel capacity of 37 litres, carries 500 repair points, and carries 1 garage point. That is cool. I really do like that, indeed. 1 garage point, you know, that's great. That's, you know, all good, but it means, I suppose as a smaller vehicle, if you have a bigger vehicle, you can carry more garage points. A trailer would be nice with another couple of garage points would be good, but anyway. Now let's see, we have the default wheels which are on there at the moment, which are very hard to see because of the actual, I'm trying to spin it around in a spot where we can see it, because of that big black square, and that is annoying. Let's just push that back there and yeah, fix that up so we can at least see it properly. Come on camera, work with me. Okay, so there we go. We can see the tyres a bit better now. Okay, so then we have the highway wheels. And we've got the big wheels, and then we've got the off-road wheels. Now, I'm going to try the default wheels first, because they tend to be the ones that seem to, you know, work better on most mods. So let's see if that's the same with this one here. So let's start the engine and see if there's any custom sounds. Okay, so there is custom sounds, and that sounds pretty good. Now let's take the handbrake off, and we will start out with the basics, which we always do, and that is, let's fix that camera up, that is the with diff lock off and all wheels off, and see how far we can actually go. So there's a lot of smoke pluming out there at the moment. It's crazy. And we're on the volcano map where we normally do our testing. And look, this is with diff lock off and all wheels off, and it's just getting through, and that's great. That is really good, and this is with the default tires. The turning circle on this is pretty bad, but you would expect that with a large vehicle like this, so I'm not going to hold it back on any points for that, because that's pretty much how it's meant to be. So we'll now start our way towards the actual track, the test track. It's getting a bit of speed up, and we will also see how we go there. So way off the ground a bit there. No, we don't. We don't have to. I thought I might have to put all wheels on, but we don't. Now through this little patch here, this is a mod killer, and it generally kills a lot of mods here. So it seems to be cutting through that perfectly well. Look at that. That is quite good. It's whoa, we were nearly toppled over there. It's getting through quite good without it, but will I need to? No, I'm not going to need to stick diff lock or all wheels on there. That's great. That is really good. Just keep your finger flat down, and when you're going through the mud, and away you go. That is really cool. So I'm going to just stick it on now just to see if we can get through any quicker. So there's the diff lock on, and it's as expected, just goes through a little bit quicker, and we'll stick all wheels on just to make it more exciting. And there we go, through this little patch of water here, which, you know, we had no trouble getting through the big one, so we shouldn't have any trouble getting through the small one. So here we go, is where the turning circle is going to suck the big one. And we just do a bit of a reverse here. Normally most mods can turn around there, but since this has got a pretty big turning circle, we'll just reverse it around now. I can't see that being a major issue, the turning circle, with the mod, but you never know. Some people mightn't like that. That has tipped a few vehicles there, but didn't tip this one here. Get through here quite nicely, and that square, big black square, is bugging the crap out of me. That is pretty much the biggest black square I've seen on a mod. So that's very annoying indeed. So, whoa, we're getting a bit squirrely here. It's got a lot of torque and a lot of power, so that's pretty cool. It's just a bit of a handful sometimes. Now, I'll just slow it down, see if I can turn around there properly, and there we go. Okay, so that is track done. I'm now going to switch the tyres over and see how we go on the other tyres. Okay, so I've just started the test for the highway tyres. Well, before I'd actually even started, I haven't even got onto the test track yet. And it's just out front, and now I'm bogged. I've got the diff lock off and the all wheels off. Steering straight to make sure that it's going to get out. No, going nowhere. So let's stick the diff lock on. No, all wheels on. And there we go. So that was an interesting start. So we'll turn that back off and then try again. Now this, as I said before, is the mod killer. This part here, it generally messes them right up. Now it is not getting through anywhere as near as good as the default mod was. Default tyres were. But if we stick the diff lock on, we're stuck now. So all wheels on. Any better? No, this is... I mean, you can get through with the highway tyres, but since this is SpinTires, you know, there's mud everywhere and stuff like that, the highway tyres would be pretty much useless. And as it's proving here, it's not really that great. So while we're sort of stuck, let's check out the actual winch points. Now we've got one winch point here. Try that again, and one at the back. So that's all we have. One here, one there. And then we should be able to winch out from there. And yeah, it's doing it. It's fine. So those only need a couple of winch points anyway. But look, let's go back and test the other tyres. Okay, so now we have the big wheels on. So let's see how we're going to go. We'll take off diff lock and all wheels, and let's see, straight away it's getting through, struggling a little bit. I can't steer at this point in time, so it's become a plow. So welcome to Farming Simulator, people. That is pretty much how it works with these rims, with these tyres on. So that is very, very hard. I mean, if you want a challenge, then this would definitely be the ones to choose. Let's chuck on, not the park brake, let's chuck on all wheels and diff lock. And as expected, it should get through. And yes, there we go. that is it. It bounces around a lot, this one. So yeah, with the big wheels it does get through, but I want to go back and I want to try the next set of wheels. Well, I just rolled the truck, so there we go. That's great. Yeah, good one, Thenia. Oh, better take it back to the garage and get that fixed, I think. Alright, so here we have the off-road wheels. And let's see how it goes with diff lock off and all wheels off. So going through, and this is the worst part of the track here. Nah, it has become a plow, worse than the other tyres. So, oh, welcome to Farming Simulator again. This is definitely, these tyres are not that great. It's very hard to steer, and when it does steer, it's very hard. Right, let's go diff lock and all wheels. Unfortunately, I had to put diff lock and all wheels on to get these tyres going. I still think that the default tyres are the better tyres in this. One note, side note, I have rolled this vehicle in this test 3 times. Now, I've only shown you one roll, but I was basically trying to get this out onto the track, and it rolled. Whether it was my fault or whether it was just that the mod's a little bit top heavy, I don't know. But anyway, just thought I'd put that as a side note. None of that will actually be used in the final score. So, look, as a final score for this vehicle, I would say that it's actually quite good. It's quite a fun mod. It makes it very interesting. If you're after a challenge, then I would definitely be getting this, and don't chuck on the default rims. Chuck on probably the big rims or these ones here, and that'll give you a real challenge through the game. Other than that, I love the garage point that you have there, and the actual amount of fuel that you get. One side note as a negative: you only get 200 litres of fuel regardless whether you go to the actual garage or not, or when you start. You do actually have to go to the fuel station to fill up the full 1500 litres. So that's something that you might be a bit of a negative too. Another negative for this is the actual big box that you have to look at the whole time. That for me is a major turn off. And I'm gonna have to mark it down big time for that. But look, if that fuel capacity was changed and the actual that big box down there was changed, I'd have to say that this would definitely be a higher score. Be more along the lines of, I'd say, about an 8 or a 9, because it's pretty damn good, this one. Pretty fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. But look, I'd have to say that this, as it is, as it stands, is only going to be about a 6, I'm afraid, because I mean, the model itself is awesome. I love the model, I love the details, I love how everything looks. I don't like that tinted window at the front there. I love the driver in there. All the things you can do with it is awesome. But with the negatives, they're actually pretty big negatives. So I'm going to say, unfortunately, 6 is it for this one. So look guys, that is pretty much it from me. Keep those tyres spinning in the mud, and remember, game on! Thanks for watching, YouTubers. If you'd like to see more videos, then click on the links beside. Just over here we have where I play Euro Truck Simulator 2 and we look at the Freightliner Century. And just below that we have a look at 60 Second Streaker. And if you'd like to visit our website or you'd like to subscribe, then click on the links below. If you like this video, then don't forget to share. Thanks again for watching, YouTubers, and remember, game on!